So if you're a basketball fan, I truly feel like you should want the New Orleans Pelicans to reach their full potential, because this is a team with all of the potential in the world. They just have to show what they can be at the highest level. This is a team with guys like Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball, that have a lot to prove. And I know I included Josh Hart, but I think Josh Hart's a good player too, and I feel like he's a forgotten part of the New Orleans Pelicans core. Now, I'm going to get hate for this, but I'm a Pelicans fan. If you're new to my channel, I feel like you'll get the joke in no time. It's kind of an inside joke. Every day we grow closer to the NBA season. It's a very exciting time. And on my channel, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I'm covering as much of the preseason as possible. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been going really hard lately, and this is only the start. I have some great videos planned to finish out December. Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Zion, the rest of the Pelicans core. We have a lot to talk about this video. But before we go any further, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because you will not want to miss another Getlikecoop video. And that's facts. This week I have a major surprise for you guys. I'm going to return to streaming. I want to build one of the biggest and best stream communities out. So if you like streams or you like interacting and talking basketball, then stop by my stream. You will not regret it. The link to my stream is in the description below. You'll also find the link to my football channel there. Lastly, if you guys enjoy the content, be sure to go ahead and drop a like. Liking shows me that you guys are in fact the real MVP, but a major shout out to everybody that supports and watches the content, period. December 14th, the New Orleans Pelicans faced off against the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat were a very promising team. This team was in the Eastern Conference Finals last season. The Miami Heat have exceeded expectations so many times, I've actually lost count. This is one of the best and most versatile defensive teams in the league. Alongside that, the Miami Heat can flat out shoot the basketball. This is a defensive team that puts up points and can do it in a hurry. Now, we all know the preseason is the preseason, and it doesn't really matter for much. The Pelicans went 6-0 one preseason and then went on to have one of the worst seasons in their franchise's young history. I do think the preseason can be good though. I think it does show you things when it comes to player development, when it comes to getting players to gel, and when it comes to flat out player performance. At times when the preseason rolls around, you can really tell who's been working on their game. And I thought the Miami Heat would be a great matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans. Again, this was a team that was on top of the Eastern Conference last season. Now, the Miami Heat would have been a much better test for the New Orleans Pelicans if Goran Dragic played, Jimmy Butler played, or Iggy played. Every player that I just named missed the game tonight, but there was one player for the Miami Heat that I hoped played, and they did. Bam Adebayo. And you can understand why I would want Bam Adebayo to play, because Bam is going to be the one that draws the Zion Williamson matchup. Bam was a major force in slowing down Giannis. The Heat did it as a team, but individually, Bam was great in the NBA playoffs. There's no way around it. Bam's like Defensive Player of the Year material. So yes, I thought Bam would be a great test for Zion Williamson. Most importantly, Zion was going to be a great test for himself. We just wanted to see Zion come back, play ball, and be in shape. And I have to say, if Zion wasn't in shape, isn't in shape, then he really has me fooled. Stan Van Gundy said coming into this season, Zion has no minute restrictions. Now we'll see if that changes or not, but right now, I'm about as excited as you can get. Zion's one of the most polarizing prospects we ever seen. We just want to see Zion hooping and hooping at a high level. To start this game, Zoe drops a dime to Zion for his first two. These two players fit together like puzzle pieces. They have games that complement each other and make each other better. In this game and in the past, Zoe has been very inconsistent from three, but last season, he shot a career high. He also shot a career high on catch and shoot jump shots. If you play with Zion Williamson, you have to be able to catch and shoot the ball. Give him his space. Zion Williamson is big, strong, creative, crafty, and loves to attack the basket. This is somebody that's going to see a ton of double teams. If you watch Zion play, you see he has a gravity that few other players in the league have. And in this game, he showed off that gravity, or more so why he should have it. He scored 10 points in the first quarter, grabbed 6 boards. He shot 6 of 6 from the free throw line. If Zion Williamson is able to knock down free throws, he's going to score so many more points than he already is, because this is somebody that gets fouled a lot. Fouling happens when you can't guard somebody, when you can't stay in front of them, when they're too big, when they're too strong, or too skilled. For Zion's second basket in this game, he scored off of a nice dribble drive handoff from Steven Adams. A lot of people view Adams as just this rebounder, but I think Adams has a lot of potential on the offensive side. His touch and his ability to make the right pass are big. Everything doesn't have to be an assist. And of course, come on, we all know Steven Adams is a big time rebounder, one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. And in this game, he did his thing. Any team that has to keep a healthy Zion Williamson, a fit Zion Williamson, and Steven Adams off the glass, I feel bad for. Last season, Zion was nowhere near the rebounder that he could have been. I think that had a lot to do with his conditioning. His best rebounding game was 11 against the Celtics, and he only had double-digit rebounding games twice last season. When the Pelicans traded Jrue Holiday, one of the major questions surrounding the trade was how are the Pelicans going to account for that lost offense? Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram was averaging nearly 27, 28 points per game last season before Zion Williamson came back. For whatever reason, when Zion returned, it felt like Gentry just forgot about him. If B.I. wasn't getting his touches, you wouldn't see plays ran for him. Gentry would kind of just remain silent. Whereas if Jrue wasn't getting his touches, then Gentry would see that as a problem. Maybe that had something to do with David Griffin calling Jrue an MVP candidate before the season, but I don't know. It was nonsense nonetheless. Brandon Ingram is a proven scorer. He's one of those guys that has like that volume shooter badge in 2K. The more touches you give him, you let him get hot early, you're going to reap the benefits all night long. One thing I really noticed this game was it felt like the Pelicans were running the offense through Brandon Ingram, and I like that. Zoe can run the offense in spurts, but Brandon Ingram is your best threat offensively outside of Zion Williamson. He's your best perimeter playmaker. Playmaking goes far beyond passing the ball. Lonzo can pass, but he's not always the biggest threat to put the ball in the basket. Though this season, I think that's going to change. I think we're going to see a different Lonzo Ball. We've never truly seen Lonzo Ball play for a great defensive mind, a good defensive mind like Stan Van Gundy. Van Gundy says Ball has been one of the most vocal players at their practices. Going from Gentry to Van Gundy is night and day. Jackson Hayes said last season the practices were only 45 minutes. Now these guys are out there for 2 to 3 hours. And to think, we used to wonder why Zion Williamson was out of shape. I look forward to Nikhil and Hayes getting more minutes as the season progresses. I thought Zion looked good. I thought he looked in shape. I think we're going to see a lot of Duke Zion this season. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support the channel. I'm Getlikecoop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.